Welcome to this YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to show you a behind the scenes interview that we've done with Stuart. Stuart came to the community and met his business partner. Both of them have a 7-figure portfolio and also create a second stream of income. They decided to do sourcing to generate another 6 figures of income, and they were crazy enough even to create a third stream of income, which is a letting agency where they have 50 units under management. When we record this interview, they might have much more now, and they also were finalists of Property Investor of the Year by Property Investor Awards. It's a great story. Watch the video until the end, and I will see you in the end of the video. Bye now.
Hi guys, welcome on board. Today we're going to do a little bit differently. So we're going to interview Stuart in the beginning of the call. Stuart is Greg's business partner, another one from Deal Generators, and they've been doing extremely well in the training and achieving success. So we're kind of doing like a little bit of a interview session, like inspiration session in the beginning. Perfect. So let's start with introducing our lovely Stuart to the group. So Stuart French is here with us today. Stuart and Greg are business partners, like I said. It's a bit of a twist to the story. So Stuart and Greg used to be kind of rivals before. They met in the same area, and then they met in Deal Generator, and now things are going quite well. So Stuart, if you, for the ones who don't know you, if you could introduce yourself and what you do, and
Absolutely. So to the people that I know already, hi again. To everyone else, my name is Stuart French. I've been investing in property since 2014. I did structural engineering at university, and then started doing my own refurbishment. So I started buying property and then refurbishing it myself, and just absolutely fell in love with it. Property is my passion. I was working offshore for a good few years, and then in January of last year, I decided to go full-time into property and started my own company doing refurbishments and stuff. And that's how I originally met Greg. We were investing in the same area, so we were kind of knowing the same people and knowing the same streets, targeting the same houses, those kind of things. And we actually did a little project together, which turned out to be, well, it wasn't a little project. It was a big project, and it was quite a few months ago now. Just when I just started Deal Generator, we met because I joined the call and Greg sent me a message and was like, "Mate, I didn't realize you were in Deal Generator," and he was just sat there waving on the webcam. So it was quite funny. We went from, as Maria says, almost rivals to all of a sudden just having this partnership, and we started to source together, and we've gone through this really kind of rocky journey, really kind of learning the skills, building a business together. And now, as I was just saying to Maria before the call, we're just hitting that point where we're just starting to break our head above the ground. So it feels good. So it's nice to be able to speak about it.
And for the ones who don't know, so kind of, what are your strategies? Because you guys are doing quite a lot of creative strategies. You're doing sourcing on the side to create cash. You just mentioned how many deals you said you have on the pipeline now to go through?
It's 11 deals now.
11 deals in the pipeline, to go through. And then
11 deals in the pipeline, yeah.
What are your main strategies? What are your main strategies that you and Greg are doing?
So when Greg and I first started in very early on in September, we were chasing. We were trying to find investors, trying to find agents, and up until Christmas, I wouldn't say we're struggling, but it was difficult. We were chasing. So what we did is we went back to first principles and decided what we really needed to do is find out who we were as people first, which is what Walter teaches in that week 1, when he says, find out what it is that you bring to the party, find out who you are, what problems you can solve for people, and go from there. So I'm a relationships person. I love to build connections with people. So we decided, okay, instead of chasing deals, we'll just build really good relationships with agents. And now agents bring us deals. So that's how we get a lot of our deals, off-market deals, because agents bring them to us now, almost, I wouldn't say inundated, but that's how we get the best things. And don't get me wrong, it's not a trick. When you're speaking to these agents and you're building rapport with them, it's not a trick. It has to be genuine. And we have a few investment areas, and in all of those areas we have genuine relationships with those agents, and we treat them nicely. We find out about who they are and what it is that they need, and try and facilitate that. And that's something that we found is really important, is building those relationships. That's one of the most amazing things that's actually happened. So I had on my own personal plan that I wanted to employ my own person to do my lettings for me, so that I didn't have to do that myself. And then what's happened is we actually now have started our own letting agency, because we've built good relationships with other investors in the area, and we have more than 50 units now within 3 months. So we have more than 50 units. That's become part of the business, which means that we source properties. Greg and I both do refurbishments, so we can facilitate that, and also we can do the lettings as well. So we have this whole train of kind of services that we can give to people, and it just gives our business a real rounded feel. Greg and I both love to build relationships with people, and that's one of the most fundamental things that I could ever say. Don't chase the deals, chase the people. Just find out what it is that people are wanting. So in our investment areas, what we found was the agents were very expensive, hands off, want to charge you lots of money. So we decided that the best thing that we could do is have a very hands-on, personalized service where we boast about having low fees on maintenance, low fees for this, that, and the other. And we tell people we're not going to make it a big thing. We are going to grow it slowly, but we say, look, we're going to make it a personal service because that's what the market needs. And we really listen to that. And we like to try and do that in all different sides of our business. So whether it's speaking to agents, you might speak to an agent for 5 minutes and you know that they're not the one for you, and that's okay. Just go to the agents that are, build rapport with people and connect with people that want to open up to you. And those are the valuable relationships, and those will bear fruit. That's what we've found.
So your strategy, Stuart, is you guys buy properties as well, because I know Greg, I don't know his portfolio, but it's already like maybe 1 or 2 million.
Yeah.
So you guys buy properties, and you also have a portfolio, and then you just basically sourcing and management and letting is just to generate cash flow, basically. That's the strategy.
That's right. So from lettings forward, so lettings is currently, it's more of a branding thing. Mm-hmm. So Greg and I both love doing refurbishments. So I don't know if Greg will be all right with me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. So Greg just bought another property today. He's just completed on another property today. So we were just finishing the Matterport, the 3D modeling for one project today, and Greg's just bought another property today. So
Greg is like he's like flying, but every time I talk to Greg's like, oh yeah, Volta, no, it's going slow, it's not going as planned. I'm like, Greg, you were like 2.5 million, sourced 9 deals in 1 month or whatever, you're cracking. Yeah, but Volta. I'm like, Greg, come on.
He's a modest guy.
Greg, when do you come and talk to us? I'm not sure we're doing well. I'm like, so when you maybe reach like 20 million, you can come and talk to us. That is Greg.
It is. He's a modest guy, but that would be the plan. That we're going to grow our portfolio, together, because that's the thing. That's where our power team is, and so it's easy to grow the portfolio there. We can manage. We can self-manage, and we both love to source. Like on the days where we're both sourcing properties, it's so fun. Like I love working with Greg. That's also another tip as well. Connect with someone that you love to work with, and just have fun with it, because sometimes it is a bit lonely in property. I've been in property a long time now, and sometimes it is a little bit lonely. It's like a individual team sport, but yeah, it's good.